Please welcome our next session, DEAI Nexus, Why AI Needs the Chain to Live and the Chain Needs AI to Matter, by Mr. Jason Smith, Head of Developer Relations from DEAI Nexus ค่ะ
Hi, test. Hi guys, thank you for coming to my keynote speech. As it says here, why AI and blockchain need each other, and yes, thank you for coming. So good morning, I'm here to talk about why AI and blockchain need each other. But more importantly, I want to show you why building this correctly matters, not just for all of us, but also so we can tell the tech giants what we need. Here's how I want you to think about this. Blockchain has a determinism problem. Smart contracts execute exactly what's programmed. No adaptation, no intelligence, no reasoning. They're powerful, but limited. And AI has a centralization problem. Who owns the models? Who controls the data? Can we verify the outputs? Can AI agents even participate in these markets? These aren't minor issues. They're fundamental barriers preventing both technologies from reaching their true potential. And this is why we built DEAI Nexus. Our mission is simple: to make AI transparent, data private, and algorithms verifiable, not through centralized control, but through decentralized infrastructure. We put models on-chain through our DAIF framework. We use zero-knowledge proofs so computation stays private, but verifiable. And we distribute execution across a decentralized network, where every node is both a validator and an AI executor. We took zero VC money, no private rounds, no corporate backers, deciding our own roadmap. Why? Because the moment you take institutional capital, you optimize for investors, not the community, not for users, not for technology's true potential. We're building DEAI Nexus through decentralized evangelism and community participation. Every rule, every algorithm, every incentive is publicly verifiable on-chain. Community contributions directly influence network rewards. This is how you build technology that serves humanity, not shareholders. Okay, and so why does this approach matter? Let me show you the actual problems we're solving. First, why blockchain needs AI. Let's start with security. Right now, blockchain fraud happens in plain sight, but smart contracts, they can't see it. 40.9 billion received in illicit addresses last year. 2.57 billion in wash trading detected. 74,000 pump and dump schemes identified out of 2 million tokens launched. The pattern is always the same. Coordinated bot activity across thousands of transactions, creating artificial volume. Smart contracts process each transaction individually, following their pre-programmed rules. But the problem is they can't see the forest for the trees. And no human can monitor this in real time either. The patterns only emerge when you analyze thousands of transactions simultaneously. And this is exactly what AI solves. Machine learning models analyze transaction patterns across the entire mempool in real time. They identify coordinated manipulation before it escalates. Not after the rug pull happens, not after millions are drained, but before the attack executes. AI can spot suspicious transaction sequences, flag coordinated bot behavior, and raise alerts when manipulation patterns match historical exploits. It brings intelligence to a deterministic system that desperately needs it. And the second problem, DAOs were supposed to democratize decision-making. Instead, they're failing. Academic research analyzed 50 major DAOs. They looked at nearly 7,000 proposals and over 300,000 voting addresses. The median participation rate for DAOs was 4.16%, which means most DAOs can't even get 10% of their token holders to vote. And it's not just apathy, it's signal to noise. Hundreds of proposals each week, low quality submissions, duplicate ideas, and spam bots in their forums. The important votes get buried, and the result is that power concentrates with whoever has the time to sift through that noise. And AI solves this by becoming an intelligent layer between the proposals and the voters. It analyzes proposals for relevance, impact, and quality. It detects bot behavior and filters spam. It summarizes complex technical proposals into digestible summaries. It even predicts outcomes based on historical voting patterns. Suddenly, DAO members can become the focus of what matters. The governance system becomes functional rather than just theater. And this isn't replacing human decision-making, it's removing the friction, prevents humans from participating meaningfully. The third thing I want to mention is that blockchains only process objective data, the price, the volume, the liquidity. But in crypto, subjective factors really matter. If we think about meme coins, there's about 40,000 to 50,000 that are created daily. Their market cap grew from 343 to 60 billion. And academic research found that there's a 0.87 correlation between meme coin prices and their sentiment. Traditional trading bots, they just analyze the numbers. They miss these important factors. Things like, is the meme coin name actually funny? They can't evaluate cultural virality, community strength, or meme potential. This subjective stuff really does matter. And blockchains, they can't process it. AI bridges this gap by evaluating what deterministic systems can't quantify. Sentiment analysis across social media, meme virality scoring, community engagement patterns, cultural context that drives real value that can't be reduced to simple on-chain metrics. An AI trading agent, it doesn't just look at the price movements. It understands why community is forming, whether momentum is authentic, and if its cultural factors support sustained interest. This intelligence is applied to markets that desperately need it. And the final one on this side is the contract complexity barrier. There are 27 million developers globally, but only 200,000 understand Solidity, which is the smart contract language. And of the 20,000 that understand Solidity, only 30% have more than a year's experience writing in Solidity. And this complexity leads to vulnerabilities. 1.42 billion lost to smart contracts in 2024 alone. Access control vulnerabilities caused 953 million in losses. A user will sign a contract that they don't understand, and developers make mistakes, and this kills the barrier to entry. AI solves this in two ways. First, it explains contract behavior in plain language. You can upload a contract, and AI will tell you exactly what it does, without needing to understand the Solidity. Second, it can generate contracts from natural language. Instead of learning Solidity for months, you can say something like, create an NFT platform with revenue sharing, and it's instantly deployed with built-in security audits. Our AICC system through DI Nexus makes this a reality. One command instead of instant deployments, verified code. Blockchain becomes accessible to the other 26 million developers who don't know Solidity. And now, let's flip it. AI is powerful, but it's facing trust and centralization problems that only the blockchain can solve. I have 4 more here. First problem, verifiable truth is the one thing that LLMs can't provide. Legal AI tools hallucinate over 17% of the time. Medical AI hallucinates about 39% of the time. And deepfakes, 179 incidents in Q1 of 2025 alone. This is a 19% increase over all of 2024. Over 200 million is lost to deepfake fraud in a single quarter. You get an AI output with zero way to verify if this output is correct. It's a complete black box. And again, blockchain can solve this. Blockchain solves this through zero-knowledge machine learning, ZK-ML. It creates a cryptographic proof, which is I ran model X with input Y to produce output Z with a mathematical certainty. You don't need to trust the AI provider. You don't need to trust the output. You can verify it cryptographically. The proof is recorded on-chain, immutable, and auditable. DI Nexus integrates ZK-ML throughout our infrastructure. Every AI computation comes with verification. It is now 5 times faster at proving and 22x times smaller. This is the only way to make AI trustworthy at scale. Second, data ownership. Right now, you don't own the data that trains AI. There was a New York Times lawsuit that revealed that GPT was trained on the equivalent of 3.7 billion pages. And of this, Getty Images alleges that 12.3 million of their images were used without authorization. And the Authors Guild claimed that 300,000 books were copied from them without authorization. And the question that the lawsuits keep on asking is, what data are they using? Can we opt out? And where's our compensation for them using our data? Your emails, your messages, your documents. Big tech takes it all, they train models, and they sell it back to you. You have zero control, zero ownership, and zero compensation. There's only one true way to own your data, and that's to put it on the blockchain. With blockchain, you can control access through cryptographic keys. Smart contracts automate compensation when your data is used. Federated learning with zero-knowledge proofs means you can contribute to AI training without exposing your raw data. Hospitals can train AI models on encrypted patient data and earn rewards for contributing. Content creators can get compensated directly when their work trains models. You decide who accesses your data and get paid for it fairly when they do. And this isn't theoretical. DAI Nexus enables this through our privacy computational layer. The third problem, the training cost. GPT-4 cost $78 million to train. Gemini Ultra was $191 million. The next models in 2027 are projected to be $1 billion. Meta reported building an AI system with 350,000 NVIDIA H100s. The price of that is over $10 billion. And the result of this is that the tech industry produced about 51 notable AI models last year, whereas universities and open source processes only produced 15, which means the universities have been completely priced out. Only Microsoft, Google, Meta, only these guys can compete because they have the money. And again, blockchain fixes this. Blockchain enables decentralized compute markets that level the playing field. Instead of buying $10 billion worth of GPUs, you aggregate distributed computing resources. Individual GPUs collectively pooled, matching enterprise scale. Projects for GPU rental and decentralized inference networks prove this works. You can cut costs by nearly 90% compared to AWS, while also maintaining performance. DAI Nexus decentralized compute consensus distributes execution across the network. Every node contributes. The barrier to entry is lowered. When compute is decentralized, innovation isn't just limited to whoever has the biggest checkbook. And the final problem, AI agents can't compete. Traditional finance requires humans. You need an identity, you need a KYC, you need a bank account. And AI agents don't have any of that. And even if they could access those traditional rails, the economics don't really work. An ACH transfer takes about 1 to 3 days to settle. Credit cards cost about 30 cents plus about 3% per transaction. AI needs millions of micropayments. They need about half a cent for image classification. They need about 2 cents for an API call, 10 cents per document analysis. And the traditional payment methods, they just don't really make sense for this. And so AI agents right now, they're locked out of the economy that they're supposed to operate in. Again, blockchain solves this. Blockchain gives AI agents economic independence. Crypto wallets, they don't require human identity. Their payments settle in milliseconds for fractions of a cent. The recent X402 protocol processed nearly 500,000 transactions in a single week, with 239,000 on a single day. There was the first AI to AI transaction happened sometime last year between an X agent called Luna and another agent paying her to create content for her. So this isn't just science fiction. McKinsey projected this to be a $1 trillion business in 2030. Blockchains provide the payment rails that make autonomous agents economically viable. They can finally participate as independent economic actors. So, when you bring all these technologies together correctly, here's what becomes possible. First, verifiable AI decisions in high-stake applications, things like legal contracts, medical diagnoses, financial advice. And this is all provable mathematically. User-owned data with fair compensation built into the protocol. Community-governed AI models that can compete with OpenAI and Google without needing billions in VC funding. And autonomous agents with true economic independence, operating as a first-class participant in digital markets. DI Nexus delivers this through 4 technical innovations. First, model on-chainization. AI model parameters, APIs, and inference outputs go directly onto the blockchain. Everything is verifiable and traceable. Zero-knowledge integration. We use ZK proofs throughout the stack. Data usability without visibility. Privacy and verification at the same time. Decentralized compute consensus. Every node in our network is both a validator and an executor. Globally distributed, collectively powered intelligence. And finally, AI Contract Composer. Natural language to deploy smart contracts. One sentence, instant code, automatic auditing. And these aren't separate features, they're part of the entire integrated stack, solving the problems we just discussed. But here's the crucial part. How you govern this technology determines who it serves. VC-backed AI optimized for investor returns. Corporate AI optimizes for engagement and data extraction. So what does community-governed AI optimize for? Well, it's whatever the community wants it to do. Through our governance token, our DAO makes every decision, which features what to build, how to allocate resources, what use cases to prioritize. It's not a boardroom, it's a community. Community contributors are directly influencing the network weights and the rewards. If you provide compute, you earn. If you contribute data, you earn. If you improve the protocol, you earn. The economics align because the community owns the DAO. Our entire philosophy comes down to 3 commitments. Intelligence, transparency. Every AI operation on DI and Nexus is verified. No black boxes, just mathematical proofs. Data privacy. Zero-knowledge computation means you never expose sensitive data, and privacy isn't negotiable. The algorithms are verifiable. Every model, every inference, every output can be audited on-chain. Proof of inference becomes the standard. This is what we mean by autonomous intelligent civilization. No corporate-controlled AI deciding what you see, no centralized models extracting your data, intelligence that serves humanity, because humanity owns it and governs it. We're building this in the open, and we need you. Please visit our app at app.dinexus.ai to start using it. Check out dainexus.com to read our documents and try our proof of concept app. Remember, consensus before capital. The technology that shapes our future should be governed by the people that serves, not the corporations that extract values from it. This is on-chain AI defined by us, for us. Join us in making it real. Thank you very much. Thank you.